Whitney Elizabeth Houston. Born the 9th of August, 1963, she was, and still is, one of the greatest singers the world has ever known, and is one of the best-selling music artists of all time. She was also an actor, producer, and a model. She has sold over 220 million records worldwide and was known for her powerful vocal technique and her unique vocal improvising skills, blending a gospel singing style with pop music. Whitney Houston had 11 #1 singles on the Billboard 100 and is the only artist ever to have 7 consecutive #1 singles in a row. She has won 8 Grammy Awards, 16 Billboard Music Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, and has broken a total of 30 Guinness World Records. She was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the R&B Music Hall of Fame, the Georgia Music Hall of Fame, the New Jersey Hall of Fame, and the National Recording Registry at the Library of Congress. Houston began singing from a young age at New Hope Baptist Church in Newark, New Jersey. She became a backing vocalist while in high school. A backing vocalist is a singer who provides vocal harmony with a lead vocalist, and this is how she developed her powerful vocal technique. She was also one of the first Black women to appear on the cover of 17 magazine after becoming a teen model in 1981.
Since I was 12 years old, and I said, I want to be a singer. She said, you want to be a singer? You really do? I said, yeah, I really do. So she said, okay, let's go. I have nothing to prove. I give myself, and that's it. That's all I have to give. It's hard work. It's a lot of work. But when you love it, it feels good. When people in the modeling business really never knew that I did sing. So when they found out that I did sing, it was like, oh, so besides that, you can sing. So let's deal with that too, I don't really know how I really would describe myself as a singer. I just sing.
Our guest performers this evening are Jermaine Jackson and Whitney Houston. It's called Nobody Loves Me Like You Do.
She was alive. She's no longer with us, and he has admitted that they've had an affair.
So I'm saving all my love for you.
She signed with Arista Records at age 19. Her first 2 studio albums, Whitney Houston, 1985, and Whitney, 1987, both peaked at #1 on the Billboard Top 200 and are among the best-selling albums of all time. Hit singles from the albums include I Wanna Dance with Somebody, How Will I Know, and The Greatest Love of All.
Remind us how we used to be. Everybody.
The nominees for Favorite Soul: Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All. And When I Think of You by Janet Jackson.
The Greatest Love of All, Whitney Houston.
For Favorite Soul R&B albums are
Control, Janet Jackson.
Rapture, Anita Baker.
Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston.
Yeah, Whitney Houston.
Nominees are...
Oh, God. Control, Janet Jackson.
Top Gun soundtrack, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston.
I'm almost certain. Whitney Houston, Whitney Houston!
The nominees are, yes, Anita Baker, Whitney Houston,
Janet Jackson, Patti LaBelle, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston!
She was the first black female artist that regularly and frequently appeared on MTV.
I'm Whitney Houston, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, live at 5. When I decided to become a singer, my mom thought that it was best that I start, at background and learning how to work in studios. And if you want to become a solo artist, this would be the best way.
Now, your mom is well known as a gospel singer. Why didn't you follow in her footsteps?
Actually, I did. She said, okay, I know you know all the wonderful things about this business and all the glamour and glitter and things like that, but I'm going to tell you about the dirt now, and I'm going to let you know all the negatives and the people that you have to watch out for and the kind that'll come to you and all those things. So yeah, she lets me know all that stuff. Being out on the road, it gets kind of lonely, and Mom said being at the top is lonely. I'm honored to present you with the Phillips Hall of Fame Achievement Award for your enormous contribution to the state of the art of video, and for raising the standard of the art form to new horizons.
Who is it that you haven't worked with that you would like to?
Who would I like to work with? I always said it would be Michael Jackson at this point. I think he and I would probably create a lot of real magic, really. I mean, incredible magic.
Oh, there's no. Well, there was rumors about that 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't there? That you guys were doing something together. Was it just rumor, or were there actually talks at that point?
We talked about it. It's one of the things. Say, hey, Mike, let's do a record. Yeah, let's do a record. Okay.
Right. And no one follows
Call
up.
me. Yeah, but it's just, things take time, because I'm sure there's things that he's doing now that he wants to do. So in the future.
So obviously it won't happen for his next album, which is coming out pretty soon.
No, I don't think so. He hasn't called me.
Up in a helicopter, and I got to the house, and he had a coach and buggy pick me up from the gate to his home. We were in the kitchen, and this is when he had bubbles. The monkey. I had taken off my shoes, and I felt this little nibble at my toe. I thought Mike could put play on my toes like, oh, Mike, aren't you special? But it was bubbles sucking on my big toe. And I thought to myself, you better watch out. I'll take Bubbles home. He was, to me, the greatest entertainer I had ever seen in my life. He was a gentleman, and he was very kind. And I'll always love him, always. I really wanted to marry Michael, and you were in the way all the time. That's why.
Married you. Okay.
Yeah, he damn sure should have, you're right.
Her third studio album, I'm Your Baby Tonight, 1990, yielded 2 Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles.
Well, you got a way that you're making me feel I can do anything.
Is it ever hard for you to assert your individuality?
Having Dionne and Mom, being a part of my family, it was an asset to me. It sort of helped me a lot in a lot of ways, but I had to prove my own abilities.
Your image, you've said, is one of healthy sensuality, not overtly sexual. Seems to be the same sort of thing, doesn't it?
I guess so. I guess so. I think there's a difference between being sexy and being clean, but
what are some of those things that you wouldn't do?
I don't put on my clothes and say, no, I'm sexy. It just sort of comes from the inside out.
Well, where do you draw the line?
I'm not taking off any article of clothing.
Houston's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner at Super Bowl 25 in 1991 received widespread media coverage.
I find out that you were going out with Eddie Murphy. I was heartbroken. Do I have to be jealous, or?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay. Well, how long have you two been close friends?
Well, Eddie and I met, as a matter of fact, Eddie and I met at Carnegie Hall. Yeah, we met that night, and, well, actually, we started dating about 2 years ago.
Is that right?
That's right. That's right. And
now, what is the story here with, I heard Robert De Niro was, like, following you all over the world.
Well, yeah, he sent me flowers and everything, and he's been on my case. He's been sweating me for a little while. He called me the night at Carnegie Hall.
He did?
He called backstage and wanted to talk to me that night.
So you had me, Eddie Murphy, and Robert De Niro looking for you at Carnegie Hall.
I'm just so popular, I can't stand it. Yeah, he called me that night. He was a little bit shy, so he didn't want to come to the show because, you know, he shies away from the public eye. But since then, he had been, you know, sent me some flowers and stuff, and, you know, he wanted to get to know me better.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, right. But he's going with Tukey Smith, you see.
Didn't he marry her?
Whitney Houston made her acting debut in the romantic thriller The Bodyguard in 1992, which, despite its mixed reviews, became the 10th highest grossing film at the time.
Mike, what are you doing?
Its soundtrack won the Grammy Award for Album of the Year and remains the best-selling soundtrack album of all time.
You don't look like a bodyguard.
This is my disguise.
It generated multiple hit singles, including I Have Nothing, I'm Every Woman,
You want whatever you need.
and I Will Always Love You, which won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year.
From the movie standpoint, I didn't pick the song because I was thinking what it was going to become. I just picked the song because I thought emotionally was right there. It's like I'm making a statement. And so for me, the statement a cappella was very important for the movie. They began to think about, you know, record play that was like, well, you're not going to be able to use this. They're going to want to just lop this off. And the radio might not play I Will Always Love You because it starts that way. I remember saying, absolutely, don't be so sure.
Grammy goes to Whitney Houston!
So much. Thank you. Listen, I got a lot of folks to thank, so I'm going to put this down for a second, okay? Wrote a beautiful song. Thank you so much for writing such beautiful songs, really. Nippy Inc., my office staff, Maria, Kim, Lynn, Carla, Cindy, Jerry, Sheldon. Love you, Mommy and Daddy. I wouldn't be here without you. And always first in my life, I thank my Father, Jesus Christ.
I Will Always Love You spent a record 14 weeks, about 3 months, on top of the Billboard 100 and became the best-selling single by a woman in music history.
I think that Mariah is Mariah, and that's what she should be known for her work, and not for being compared or sounding like me. You know, I don't really hear it, you know.
is dedicated to those who don't believe in real love, especially.
She later starred in the films Waiting to Exhale in 1995.
You see, the more I think about it, you look like the scum of the earth.
And The Preacher's Wife in 1996.
Henry?
Oh my.
From director Penny Marshall.
You get out as much as I do.
Oh, less, even less.
For which she recorded both their respective soundtracks.
In love sometimes you say, shoo.
With Exhale becoming her last Billboard #1 single, while The Preacher's Wife, produced by Houston herself, became the best-selling gospel album of all time.
I believe in you and me, even dreams again. I believe that the river finds the sea. I was lost.
Houston's first studio album in 8 years, My Love Is Your Love, 1998, spawned several hit singles, including the title track,
And I'm standing on the front line. Oh, that's what I did with my life. I will say again.
Heartbreak Hotel, It's Not Right But It's Okay,
I'm packing back so you can leave town for a week. There's no more tears left. Was it really worth you going out like that?
The greatest singers in the world.
Nice dress. That's a one of a kind, huh? But you know what? What, baby? Fortunately, I come prepared for situations like this. Try it on me! All right. Because, I could do better. You look good now. All right, now that's a page turner.
No, you look good. You look very good. I love you too. How you doing?
I'm good.
Who knows what miracles you can achieve? But I
and the Academy Award-winning duet with Mariah Carey, When You Believe.
Stephen Schwartz for When You Believe from the Prince of Egypt. Stephen Schwartz is very sorry that he cannot be here. He's in rehearsals for a show in New York, but he wishes to express his gratitude to the members of the Academy.
Following the success, she renewed her contract with Arista for $100 million in 2001, which was one of the biggest recording deals of all time. But her personal problems soon began to overshadow her singing career. Her 2002 studio album, Just Whitney, received mixed reviews, with her drug use and marital problems receiving widespread media coverage.
We all have our times, our moments where we're just, going through something, what I'm saying? I took a break. I needed that break. I needed time to raise my daughter. Stay strong, baby. I got your back.
Yeah, it was like that.
Because what? Are you just watching TV?
We're just,
And doing coke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Are you
smoking? Smoking, yeah. No, we were lacing our marijuana with base.
With base.
Yeah, we would have our shit, for like.
But you were freebasing cocaine.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And our weed.
Okay. Go with me here. Okay, go. I'm going with you.
You put your marijuana, you lace it, you roll it up, and you smoke it, and you weed. I had lived a life of fame and fortune, and
Son called me.
Gary called.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
Said, Mommy, we have to do something about, you know.
And my mother came to my house. It was kind of funny, but like now I look back at it. And she walks in with these sheriffs, and she says, I have a court junction here.
What was the injunction for?
No. To go into rehab.
To go into rehab.
That's where she went, yeah.
After divorcing her husband, Bobby Brown, she returned to the top of the Billboard 200 chart with her final studio album, I Look to You, in 2009.
I look to you. I look, and you are here a song.
In February 2012, Whitney Houston accidentally drowned in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, with heart disease and cocaine use reported as contributing factors.
Found dead in the bathtub of her hotel room on Saturday. She was there to attend Clive Davis's annual pre-Grammy bash. Stretcher. An ambulance took the 18-year-old to the hospital. Only hours earlier, her mother's body was taken from the same hotel to the morgue.
The 2012 Grammy Awards, which took place the day following her death, was covered internationally with many honors to Whitney Houston.
Personally devastated by the loss of someone who has meant so much to me.
Here at the Grammys, producers quickly organized a tribute for the legendary diva. Houston's sudden passing was the talk on the red carpet.
I really feel sad about Whitney.
Doesn't make any sense at all. The poor thing.
Her life and career were dramatized in the 2022 biopic, I Wanna Dance with Somebody. Directed by Kasi Lemmons, the film stars Naomi Ackie as Whitney Houston.
There's a boy.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston.
Wait, no, it's on, listen.